One silent invention from ancient China reshaped human knowledge, power, and progress forever. It traveled across empires, survived centuries, and still influences how the modern world thinks, learns, and remembers. Thousands of years ago, China was already advanced in governance, astronomy, and philosophy. Yet knowledge was fragile. Records were carved on bones, written on silk, or etched into bamboo strips, heavy, rare, and slow to produce. Information remained a privilege of the elite. While scholars struggled to preserve ideas, governments slowed, and history risked being lost forever. China stood on the edge of a breakthrough it didn't yet understand, one that would outlive dynasties and quietly prepare to change the entire world. The breakthrough came during the Eastern Han Dynasty, when court official Kai Lun experimented with tree bark, hemp, old fishing nets, and rags. He crushed, soaked, and pressed them into thin sheets, creating something light, flexible, and reproducible. This was the birth of paper. At first, its significance wasn't fully recognized, but paper solved a problem that had plagued civilizations for centuries. Knowledge no longer needed to be heavy, expensive, or restricted to the elite. Ideas could now be copied, shared, stored, and transported with ease. The Chinese court quickly realized its power, keeping it secret, refining it, and protecting it. Paper didn't just record history, it began shaping it. But here's the mystery. Did ancient China realize it had created the most powerful tool humanity would ever hold? What made paper extraordinary wasn't just the material, it was the idea behind it. By breaking down plant fibers into pulp, suspending them in water, and drying them into thin sheets, the Chinese created a surface that could permanently hold thought. Unlike bamboo or silk, paper was light, foldable, stackable, and endlessly adaptable, absorbing ink smoothly and making writing faster, clearer, and more precise than ever before. This simple process unlocked something radical. Knowledge was no longer tied to wealth or physical strength. Scholars could record generations of wisdom, and governments could document laws, taxes, and population data at an unprecedented scale. Education expanded, literature flourished, and bureaucracy became more efficient. Paper made information portable and permanent. Even more remarkable, the technology required no complex machinery, only understanding, patience, and refinement. That simplicity made it unstoppable. Paper didn't shout its power, it whispered it into every corner of civilization. But if such a quiet invention held so much influence, why did it take centuries for the rest of the world to realize what China already knew? Once paper spread, its impact was immediate. Governments became more organized, education expanded, and knowledge began to flow beyond palace walls. Culture thrived. Poetry, calligraphy, and historical records flourished, preserving ideas that might otherwise have been lost. Trade expanded, military planning improved, and innovation accelerated. Paper became the backbone of China's stability, holding the empire together through dynasties, wars, and disasters. But what happened when this guarded secret finally slipped beyond China? Through trade routes like the Silk Road, paper slowly traveled west. By the 8th century, Chinese papermakers were captured during a conflict and forced to reveal their techniques. From that moment, paper began its quiet conquest of the world, transforming education, commerce, and science wherever it arrived. What began as a guarded Chinese innovation became the foundation of global communication. Paper didn't arrive with armies, it arrived with merchants, scholars, and curiosity, reshaping civilizations from the inside. But here's the chilling thought. Once paper escaped China, did humanity truly control it? Or did this invention begin shaping the destiny of the world on its own? Even in today's digital age, paper continues to quietly shape the world. From legal systems and education to money, art, and record-keeping, it remains a foundation of civilization. Governments rely on it for documentation and contracts, schools use it to teach and preserve knowledge, and artists still bring ideas to life through its pages. Paper became the bridge from memory to history, allowing ideas to survive beyond a single lifetime. Science could build upon science, and culture could evolve without forgetting its past. Even digital technology owes its existence to knowledge first recorded on paper. This ancient Chinese invention shows that the most powerful tools often work quietly, shaping the world for thousands of years without force or noise. But as we move toward a paperless future, are we truly leaving it behind? Or are we still living inside the world it created? From the courts of ancient China to modern classrooms and offices, paper has carried knowledge, culture, and power for over 2,000 years. Kai Lun's simple experiment became a tool that shaped empires, preserved history, and connected civilizations. Paper reminds us that the most transformative inventions aren't always the loudest. They are the ones that survive time, transcend borders, and empower generations. Ancient China didn't just invent a material. It created a legacy, a silent arc of human wisdom that still guides us today. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wealth Stories for more incredible insights into ancient inventions and hidden knowledge that changed the world.